Hi, good morning. Arise and shine. I am Rebecca Gabriel. I am a mother, a wife, and a very passionate farmer. Together with my husband and kids, we are the Gabriel Farmstead. We live in Namibia, a country of magical sunrises, sunsets, and mesmerizing rainbows. Recently, we moved from the capital city of Namibia to a suburban village. Having grown up in a village, I always find myself gravitating towards smaller, quiet places. Not only do I like the slow life, but I also love the serenity and tranquility that they offer. Here, I hope to grow my dream suburban backyard garden in hopes to grow organic, scrumptious, and healthy foods for our consumption. I am quite passionate about food security and alleviating hunger, and I believe it all starts with growing your own food, no matter the size of space you are having. Today, we are starting off our day by designing that dream backyard garden. Here, we are using a 10-meter rope, having a 1-meter measuring tape that we are clearly marking onto the rope because we intend to use the rope as our measure tape rather than the shorter measure tape that I'm having. This was because we didn't have a long measuring tape, so the rope would do the work. We are also using the permanent marker to put on the marks, knowing that they won't fade until we are done with what we are doing. I have a very rough sketch of what I want my garden to look like. Please pardon me, don't laugh. I will show you, but I have to tell you I'm not a good drawer. Anyways, I am hoping to have 12 beds altogether, 6 of which will be vertical and 6 horizontal. The vertical beds that I want to have will be 1 meter by 3.5 meters, and the horizontal bed 1 meter by 5 meters. My entire garden space is roughly going to be 100 square meters, so I have to use my space diligently and wisely so that I can fit everything that I'm planning to fit into this garden. The area that we are going to use for the garden is roughly a 20 by 5 meters. So we start off by marking the 5 meters that we are going to use, and then we used that to start with our horizontal rows. With baby powder, we then started marking our 3 horizontal rows. Here, I decided instead of doing a 1 by 5 meters to make it a 1.5 by 5 meters, a decision that I would later regret. This also taught me to stick to the plan, and especially when it was strategically planned. Like I have already said, we plan to have 12 beds, earth beds, which later or maybe in the future I am going to convert into raised beds. But I'm starting with what I have and what God have given me that is not costly for now. So the first 3 horizontal beds, and those are the ones that we are busy with in the video, I planned that they were going to be a 1 by 5, and then we are going to have 6 vertical rows. Those were going to be a 1 by 3.5, and then after that other 3 horizontal that we also planned that were going to be 1 by 5 meters. I chose this because I thought it was quite presentable and I loved it. I wanted something that is pleasing to the eye and that is not so cluttered and misshaped. This is why I was using the rope to measure, because we wanted lines that were straight and not cluttered. This was also decided because in the future I would want to have irrigation rather than hand watering, and I decided that this style was going to make it quite easy for me to install the irrigation lines, because I want something that is quite user friendly and not complicated. I'm not really one for overly complicated jargon. I really dislike complications. I want something that is simple, and easy to execute. At this point, we were done with the first 3 horizontal rows, and we were moving on to the vertical rows. And this is when I realized that it was quite a bad idea to change the size of the horizontal beds, because that means my vertical rows or beds were no longer fitting as I had planned. And this simply meant that we had a complication and we needed to go back to redo the first 3 rows so that we stick to the size that I had originally planned. It was not a good feeling. It was a good lesson there. But even though I had learned a lesson from this, it was scorching hot. Namibian sun is really not forgiving, and especially that our autumn is practically non-existent, or you would feel autumn in the mornings and at night, but during the day it was quite cold, quite hot, sorry. So here I am remeasuring the first 3 horizontal rows so that we can stick to the plan. So I changed them to 1 meter again. Not only did we waste powder that is very crucial for us at this point, but it just took so much time because I wanted it to be accurate. So yeah, you can see me there erasing the powder that we have initially put there. But yeah, we had to move and there was no giving up. After we corrected the error, things were back on track, and we are now busy measuring out the vertical beds. They're 1 by 3.5, and this time we had to make sure that we stick to the plan because we did not want to go back and correct errors while we were already tired, hungry, and burning. So here we were done marking out the garden beds and have spread goat manure through all of them. So we are having those three first ones. They are horizontal, they are 1 by 5 meters, and then followed by the first three vertical ones that are 1 by 3.5, and the second row right there is also 1 by 3.5. And we are having the last one at the very end, the last horizontal ones. Those, although we were planning 1 by 5 meters, we ended up making them 1 by 4 meters because we realized there's a drain that you're seeing in the right corner there, and we didn't want to disturb it, so we had to cut the rows short. By the time we were done marking, it was quite scorching hot, and we had to go and seek some shade. And God blessed us with some clouds, and we came back in the evening, full force, well rested and fed. So here we have started digging out. The girls and Toppy were digging while I was marking out or just doing the borders of the garden beds. Teamwork indeed makes a dream work. The pace at which we were working was fast enough, and I was quite pleased with the results. As the work progresses, I start to see my dream place, my garden, come to life. The best things in life don't come easy, but my girls, Twapi and I, worked in perfect harmony. Honestly, I am super excited at the very same thought of having a suburban garden, and especially because I work so far from the farmstead. I need a garden. I cannot live without a garden. In this garden, I hope to plant the first seeds of success, seeds that I pray will germinate so that I may shower them with love, nurturing, fertilizer, and of course water. These are the basic needs, and water is life. This will be the same seeds that will yield us bounty harvests to nourish our bodies and minds. I live for harvests. I always want to harvest. I wish I was already harvesting, but we always got to take the first step, and this is my first step. Also, this is very beneficial to me because I find gardening therapeutic. And if it's therapy, why not kill two birds with one stone? I didn't expect it to be this way, but some beds had really compacted soil and it was full of rocks. So it was a bit hard with the digging, and even marking out the borders of the beds became a bit complicated because we had to come back and try and dig out some of those big rocks and throw them over the fence. My hope is that slowly but surely, as time progresses, we are going to get rid of all these rocks because they will hinder the growth of the roots of some of my plants, and I cannot even plant root crops such as carrots in some of these beds, which is not good news to me. Slowly but surely, the garden was taking shape. By this time, the sun was out again, but luckily, it was late in the evening, so it wasn't that hot anymore. It was still burning, but just not as hot. I am so thankful to God to have the gift of a yard that allows me the opportunity to have a backyard garden. This is something that I have prayed for a while. And there was a time that I thought I would never have a backyard garden. But my friends, God do answer prayers. So here I am encouraging you today. Don't give up. Have faith in whatever you are dreaming for, whatever you are hoping for. Just do not give up and don't stop praying, because He answers at the right time. Right now, I believe this is my right time. This is His right time. He answered. Your time is coming. Don't give up faith. As we were busy digging, I first realized that this soil is of poor quality. It's so clayish rather than loamy. Oh my goodness. There is always that one obstacle that you got to overcome. Although the soil is clayish, it won't stop me from planting the first seeds. However, I am reminded that I got to do a lot of soil amending. I have to add a lot of compost and organic matter so that I can improve the quality of my soil. This won't be achieved in 1 month, or probably not even in 1 year. So I will take it one step at a time, one step at a time. So after watering them in and leveling, we are actually receiving showers, but we are still outside working. But this is what it looks like. Later that day, we were blessed with a beautiful, mesmerizing rainbow. Did I not tell you? And as I watched the sunset, this beautiful sunset signifies yet the end of another beautiful day. It was a busy but productive day. A day where I chose to act, as this is a step closer to reaching my ultimate dream of owning a lush, beautiful and productive garden. A garden that will not only feed my family, but it will also inspire others to start their journeys. I am well aware that it will not be a walk in the park, but to start is to take the first step in faith. Procrastination is never a good thing. So today, I chose not to procrastinate, but to act. Well, friends, thank you for spending another day with me. To grow a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Always remember that. I hope you will join me as we experience this journey together in this new beautiful garden that will be, and I hope you will join me year after year as you see how we progresses, how we grow, and how this garden changes our lives.